Hello guys, so in today's class we're going to start with unit 11 of the book, alright? In this unit we're going to talk about what the ecosphere is, okay? So to start to see what the ecosphere is, I've got to explain to you what an ecosystem is. Right, so an ecosystem is a community of living things, okay, that interact between each other and with the non-living things as well. All right, so in the ecosystems, we've got to consider three things. Let me just get this. Non-living things like the water, like the soil, like the air, like the temperature, like the precipitation, like the energy of the sun, okay? All that are the non-living components. Then we have to consider the living components, okay, like birds, mammals, amphibians, fish, okay, bacteria, fungi, everything that we've been seeing in the last units, okay, and the interaction between them, okay, how the herbivores eat the plants, which are living beings as well, how the plants take the energy of the sun, how they drink the water, how when it's cold, when it's hot, okay, etc, etc. All those interactions are going to be part of the ecosystems as well. There's no minimum size of an ecosystem, okay? We can have mini ecosystems, we can have ecosystems that have kilometers and kilometers. In reality, the ecosystem is something that the human being has created as a concept, okay? So there's no real size, there's no real limitations for the ecosystems, okay? But we often call to ecosystems that are more or less the same, we give them names, okay, and we call them biomes, okay? So biomes are different ecosystems that have a series of characteristics in common, okay? Like, for example, a desert is an ecosystem where it rains very little and usually during the day is very hot and cold during the night, okay? These different biomes as well, because of those conditions that are more or less similar, they have similar living beings, but they don't have to be the same either, okay? So we're going to have lots of different biomes, which we'll be talking about, okay? And all these biomes all together form what we call the ecosphere, all right? The ecosphere is a global ecosystem, is the ecosystem that in which we consider the Earth, okay? The Earth would be the ecosphere. All right, and it's all the ecosystems that we can find here in the Earth, okay? Right, so ecosystems have as well a series of characteristics, okay? The first one would be the ecotone, all right? The ecotone is the limits of an ecosystem. Not all the ecosystem have ecotones, or not all the ecotones are very clear, okay? But here you've got an image in which you can see clearly the difference between one ecosystem and the other one, okay? That would be an ecotone. And the ecotone is the transition, okay? Some occasions it's very abrupt, okay, like here where we change from one to another very fast, and in others it can take more kilometers, okay, as it transits between one and the other, all right? Another thing to consider is the energy and the matter flow, okay? Now, I don't really like how it explains it in the book here, okay, so I'll just try and make you understand it a bit better, all right? So, in the ecosystems, okay, matter and energy is moving all the time. Nutrients, okay, the matter, is always in a cycle, okay? So, living beings eat each other, and matter that's been eaten then is decomposed, and then it's created by the producers, then it's gone back to organic, etc, etc, okay? Whilst the energy goes as a flow, it comes in through the sun, but then it comes out from the ecosystems, okay? It goes back into to space, all right? So is what we usually say, that the energy in the ecosystem flows, whilst in the matter goes in form of a cycle, all right? Now, there's two components that form the ecosystems, okay? These are going to be the biotope and the biocenosis, all right? Now, the biotope is all the non-living things, okay, of an ecosystem: rocks, soil, air, water, environmental conditions, the oxygen, light, temperature, humidity, Okay, all those factors that are non-living is what we call the abiotic factors. Okay, and those are going to form the different the biotope of the ecosystems. Whilst the biosynosis or community are all the living things of the ecosystem. Okay, so community is all the living things we can find in an ecosystem: birds, mammals, reptiles, plants, fungi, bacteria, everything. Okay, now inside this community we've got to consider different things. For example, when we consider all the all the hogs of an ecosystem, that is what we call population. Okay, so population is all the individuals of the same species in that ecosystem. Okay, well, all these living things are what we're going to call the biotic factor of an ecosystem. Okay, well, hope you've enjoyed it. Okay, we'll continue with this unit during the following weeks. See you soon, guys.